Hello, my name is Sara Al Madani and welcome to my kitchen. No, I'm not doing any food tutorials today, but it's the best light I have in the house. By the way, it's the first time I go live. I don't know how to use these things. So let me just introduce myself really fast. My name is Sara Al Madani. I am an entrepreneur, so I am a fashion designer for the past 16 years. I'm still young, and I am a restaurant owner, recently turned into F&B. And I have a creative consultancy called Social Fish, and that's where I sell creative ideas to people who need creative ideas. So I started my journey very young, when I was 15, and worked very hard, went through a lot of things, failed 1,000 times. I wouldn't have been the person I am today if I haven't failed. Okay, so that's my entrepreneurial side of my personality and what I do. So I'm also in the government, a board member in the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm a board member in the UAE's SME and Youth Enterprise and Council. These positions are just government positions. I don't work in the government, but they're just positions given by His Highness, and I'm honored to be selected by His Highness to be doing these things. Now, I always tell people this: business, commerce, economy, it's not money and it's not items, it's not services, it's humans. And sadly, a lot of people forget that there's a human element there. Therefore, when you start a business, you need to fix here first before starting anything, before going through that entrepreneurial journey. So I'm just going to give you some points about how to do that and how to prepare yourself, because remember, you are human and you're full of emotions. You got to be emotionally ready before being any kind of ready to start a business. So there are just simple steps that I learned through my journey. I'm 31 now, so I started when I was 15. I think I own the right to give you guys some advice. The first thing I want to talk about is, first of all, before starting anything, before going into business, okay? Find your passion. Sadly, a lot of people think passion is hobbies. Passion is interest. It's not. Passion is the blood. Passion is the scabs. Passion is the cuts on a ballet dancer's toes. This is passion. Passion is what makes you do something even though it hurts, it doesn't work, it might not benefit you, but passion keeps you going there and it makes you do things. For you to find passion, you need to be a very curious person. Experiment, try new things, Passion is not something canned on a shelf or something you buy online. It's a journey and you have to be ready for it. If you're not passionate about something, it wouldn't work, and especially in business, because business is about ups and downs. So in business, you've got 1 month where you're making a lot of money, and then 1 month where you don't do anything. You don't make anything at all. So if you weren't passionate, you will immediately start gradually losing your interest and shutting down. But if you're passionate, you're gonna stick to it, and you're gonna make it out of that downfall and make a better outcome out of it. So please be passionate about what you do. This is the first thing. Number 1, find your passion. Number 2, find the right resources. Right now, there is a lot of funding happening. Funding, support from the government. I started a project with the government in Sharjah called Sharjah Scene, and we give incubators for startups, locals, and expats, zero charge. We give them free offices, free license, free marketing, free PR. There's a lot of resources here. Find them in the country. If you need finance, there's a lot of funding, online, offline, there's a lot of things you can find. So before trying to go through anything, find the right resources. So when people tell me I can't accomplish my dream or start a business because I don't have money. Money is the easiest thing to find right now. Banks, there's SME loans, there is funding online, there is crowdfunding, there is seed funding, there's so many ways to get money. So find the right resources, do some research, because I'm pretty sure, especially here in the country, we have a lot of resources. No matter where you are, in your country, you must have your own resources as well. Now, third thing is manage your finance. Manage your finance doesn't mean go take a finance course, okay, to start with. Eventually you would need to, just a tiny course. But finance means know how much you have to spend. It's okay if it's plus or minus or it's not an accurate number, but you need a number to work with. So manage your finance, save up some money, spend it smartly. Managing finance is so important. And by the way, the number one reason why startups shut down within the first year or 2 years of operation is cash flow and finance. They don't know how to manage their finances. So get the right information, know your finances, and prepare yourself financially. Fourth thing is hard work. Nothing comes for free. A lot of people told me, oh wow, Sara, you're lucky. You have all these businesses and you are a board member in the government. Lucky? I'm sorry, but please let me know where is this department so I can go sign up for it, because I don't believe in luck. I worked so hard day and night to achieve this. Don't expect anything to come easily. If it comes easily, it goes easily. So I hate it when people tell me you're lucky. I'm not lucky. Guys, I've been working day and night. Blood, sweat goes into everything I do, and I'm a very passionate person. So hard work, hard work, hard work. When you start a business, put in mind for the next 2 years, you're not going to be doing anything but that business. So hard work is important. Prepare yourself for it. Now, my favorite part, the fifth point, be positive. A lot of people say, oh, everybody talks about positivity and it's so in trend. Everyone has it. Everyone's talking about it. Honestly, it works. You attract what you think. You attract what you believe. So basically, if you're positive, you attract positive things. I'll give you a small story that I've encountered when I was on a government mission in New York. So basically, I met a guy and he told me that once he was a beggar and he had nothing, zero. He had nothing to lose, nothing to gain. So he used to sit inside the, the subway. Every time the train reaches, he was just sitting there on the floor, nothing, torn clothes, dirty face. And all he did was smile to people. That's all he did, because he had nothing in life, nothing to lose, nothing to gain. One day, this man got out of the train, gave him the dirtiest look ever. All that poor guy did was smile back. So the guy left. I'm going to call him George, the guy the mean guy who came out of the train. So just to have a better story outcome. So George looks at the poor guy, gives him a dirty look. The poor guy smiles, and then George leaves. So a minute later, George comes back again and goes to the poor guy. Why are you smiling? He's like, because it's a beautiful day. He's like, you're sitting here, you have nothing, your clothes are torn, you're no one, and you're smiling. He's like, yeah, I'm smiling. So he's like, do you know why am I mad? George says. So the poor guy asks him, why are you mad? And he's like, because I missed a meeting. Honestly, you're mad and you're like acting all negative because you missed a meeting. While this guy is sitting on the floor, no food, no family, no clothes, is still smiling. So George looks at him and tells him, what do you do? And the guy's like, nothing, I'm just creative and I do these small toys that I create myself. He started telling him his story. George picks up this man and makes him a businessman, and right now they're partners, and this guy is one of the richest guys in New York. What does the story tell you? The story tells you that just because he smiled, he attracted that guy and they started a business together. When you're positive, you attract positive things. You attract opportunities. You attract a lot of things. Stay positive, regardless of what you're going through. All right. Now, the last point is networking. If you're gonna sit under a rock at home with closed doors without networking, you're not gonna go anywhere. You need to network. When you network, you learn things, you get to know people, you get advices, you can ask. And by the way, if you don't ask, you lose. So you're not stupid if you ask. You're stupid if you don't ask, honestly. Even though I've been doing business for 16 years, I still ask. Learning is an ongoing procedure. It never stops. So network. Have a bunch of your cards ready. Go to places, meet people, Always keep networking. The bigger your network is, the better outcome you have. Now, the most important thing, these were the points that you should do to prepare yourself emotionally and personally before going through the journey of entrepreneurship. Now, failing. I swear to God, if I have succeeded 300 times, I have failed 300 times. there came a day once where I lost everything and I had zero in my bank account. And I had salaries to pay, I had people to feed, I had things to take care of, I had bills to pay, I had zero. And I failed once because I wasn't careful when it came to partnership, and that came and bit me right back. So when you're starting partnerships in business, please make sure you do it in the most perfect legal way, or otherwise you're gonna just be screwing yourself. Sorry for the word. Anyway, so yeah, so one day it came and bit me back that I wasn't so careful in partnerships, and I lost everything. And instead of saying, you know what, let me just get a job, you know, pay this off, get a loan, get out of business, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. Instead of doing that, I fought harder. I picked up the business all over again from zero, paid my staff, made sure I paid my bill. Just because one partnership went wrong, that doesn't mean I stopped believing in partnership. No, I opened a restaurant and I have two amazing, cool partners. But what I learned from my last experience, I've applied it there. So all my legal paperwork are done properly, and my partners are in a perfect understanding of everything, and I'm in a perfect understanding of everything. So just because, you know, it's like saying I had one accident, I'm not gonna drive again. These things should not stop you. Failing should not scare you. Actually, you know what? Every time someone comes up with an idea and tells me something, I tell them like, okay, so you want to do this business? They say, yeah, let's do it. I go like, come on, let's fail. Let's go do it. Failing does not break you. It makes you. If I am who I am today, that's because I failed so many times. And believe me, talk about your failure experiences. Tell people about it. Don't let people judge you, but listen to their experience and talk about it freely. There's nothing wrong with failing. Everybody talks about success and the limelight and all that, and nobody likes to talk about failing. Although, if we tackle this topic, I think a lot of people are going to go through the trial and error phase in a better outcome. So failing, it does not scare me. It should not scare anybody. And if you fail, that doesn't mean you did not find a way. It just means you did not find a way yet. So do not be scared. I failed. Everybody failed. Trust me, if a businessman tells you he hasn't failed, he's just too shy to admit, but he did. Okay, one last advice I want to give you all, okay? Sadly, being kind is becoming so scarce in the world. Nobody's kind anymore, especially when it comes to knowledge. Please, I beg you, we might not be related by blood, but we're all humans living on this earth. And sometimes we cannot help each other in so many ways, but there's one thing we can help each other with. That's knowledge. If you have knowledge, share it with everybody. If you found your passion, help someone find their passion. If you're successful, make someone successful, help someone reach it. You don't have to financially help them. You can just, by sharing your knowledge, sharing your experience, you can change someone's life. You don't know and you have no idea. Just by talking about things to people and explaining and opening up and sharing information, you have no clue who do you touch and who do you inspire. So please be kind to each other and share knowledge with each other. Honestly, like being an entrepreneur is the best thing ever. Sadly, since I started my business when I was 15, I never had a job. I never had a job, so I don't know how it feels like to work for somebody. And sometimes I wish I could, because that's an opportunity for you to learn as well. Whether you're working, whether you're not, whether you're anywhere in the world, if you have a dream, please make it happen. Please, if you have a talent, pursue it. God didn't give you these talents and these ideas for them to die on the pillow while you're sleeping and wake up forgetting them. Please, guys, be kind to each other. Believe in yourselves, you know? And when someone grows, like let's say, it's okay if you don't grow, but when the people around you grow, believe me, you grow as well. Life repays you in so many other ways. So I don't know if I passed my time, but hey, that was a cool talk. Anyways, I'm glad I was here, and thank you guys for hosting me on the show. And I love this platform. It brings people together, it projects our voices, and it's a platform where we can be kind when it comes to knowledge. So please, if you have anything, share it with everyone around you. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'm out of here. Have a good day.